Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Buckeyes will kick it away to start us off. He'll start the return inside his 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. The give is to Miller. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Alabama will get the first down. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. The play action fake. He fires one deep over the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. High-flying pass catchers and the Crimson Tide. That combination wasn't right at the top of your mind, say, 30 years ago.
No, it used to be run, run, more run, and you've seen over the years they've opened it up, the playbook, and they've brought in dudes. They've had some guys that can fly, like receivers winning Heisman trophies, like so many game breakers on the outside that make big plays in this offense.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to throw, it's Simpson. Looking to the big tight end. Complete downfield. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
This defense, they are tenacious. And you've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Oh, and the attempt is no good. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same.
You can't miss opportunities like that. You're playing on the road in a hostile environment. You're trying to seize momentum right out of the gate. You get a nice drive to start the game, and then you miss the field goal. You don't get any points to show for that. And if they're going to win this one, guys, they've got to take advantage of those types of opportunities.
The give to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
Man, that could not have gone any worse. You're thinking 4th down, go for it. Well, even if you don't get it, you turn the ball back to their offense. Not that. You throw a pick, and they turn it back all the way for a touchdown and get points. That is a disaster for this offense.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Tate. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Final play of the quarter coming. Back to throw, it's Sayin. He's going for a big play downfield. And that will fall incomplete, and we have played one. Boy, they tried to end the first quarter on a high note to no avail. Second quarter's coming. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. They'll move the wide receiver. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown Tide! Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Graham. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. The play fake on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. New set of downs after the completion. Looking to throw on 1st down. Moving away from pressure. And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. To the air, it's Sayin. He's got him. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught behind the line. It's Peoples. On the move at the 30. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Takes it back to the 26-yard line as they come up with a big interception there.
Well, the defense does an awesome job here with their backs against the wall in their own red zone, coming away with an INT early. That could be a big game-changing type play in this game.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. He turns that loose down the right side. He had him open there, and I know this quarterback expects to make that throw.
It's a tough throw because, again, you got a couple steps on a guy that's not wide open. These DBs are so fast, but that is a throw that you do expect a guy like that caliber, to be able to play a little pitch and catch and make that happen.
The quarterback's lucky on that play because when you miss slant throws behind, if the defense is in zone coverage, there might be a defender standing right there willing to take that ball and return it for a touchdown.
Throws to the tight end. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
It's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
This offense needs a little something to feel good about going to halftime. A chance to chip away here on 1st and goal. Jet sweep to the receiver. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see some of these jet sweeps, and they were ready that time. Great job communicating before the snap. Everybody had their...
Give him 6. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the 1st half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the 1st half for them to go in at halftime and regroup and come out in the 2nd half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Adams. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. Off play action on 1st down. He rifles one deep to the left. Pulls it in down the sideline. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. Get a big play like that last one, you flip the field, you change the momentum. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 38. Now the play fake. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
You gotta love the aggressive nature this defense is playing with right now, and you're seeing the athletes and the dudes they've got up front. A sack on the last play, they hit the quarterback on this last one. Now 3rd down, you know they're gonna be pinning their ears back.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was
receiver was double covered on that play, and I don't know if the decision by the QB had to do with the pressure. Because he was hurried, he just had to get rid of that faster than he wanted to. He's lucky he didn't come away with an interception.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Looking to throw, it's Sayin. He'll off one deep down the left side. Grabs it at the 25-inch stride. Seizing that open space, an opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19. They almost went end-to-end and housed it. Now a chance to stick it in the end zone. 1st and 10 from the red zone. Looking for the score. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Great job of execution in the passing game. QB and his target on the exact same page. The extra point now is going to tie this thing up. And they've got some real momentum here heading in at halftime.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And it's funny, right before that play, I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if this offense is just going to play conservative here with the field position, the fact they haven't scored a ton of points so far in this game, just run the ball and take it into halftime. No, they're being aggressive, and not just that, they're
going to throw it over the top of the deep. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. Takes it the other way. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. About to kick it away again as we are tied up in the 3rd quarter. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Sayin. Got his man on the right. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on 1st down, setting up an easier 2nd down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain. It makes life really easy on me on 2nd down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this 1st down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Right on the money. At the 45, on his way. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 and the 38, and these guys are on the move. The Buckeyes with the 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. They're just trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. They got to keep that up here in the 2nd half.
And the Buckeyes are marching down the field. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Setting up the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. The Buckeyes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. Under fire. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. He's running free down the middle. Running inside the 20. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And they don't get their hands on the ball often, but how about the big defensive line? And when they do, it's fun to watch. It might take a while, Jesse, but he started to move that thing down the field.
He sure did. He just reminds everybody he's an athlete, too. This guy had some big-time moments in high school on the offensive side of the football, and he's living on defense in college. That's where he's going to make his money at the next level, but that was an unbelievably athletic play.
Caught in the backfield. It's Young. Touchdown, Bama! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Fielded in the end zone. It's Tate. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Fires to the middle. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. From the gun, wants to pass. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. They're going to get him for a safety. Tried to make something out of nothing and still got stuck for the 2. They'll get set for the free kick after the safety.